Hello, my friend. We are in one of those times in our lives where we've realized we need to be flexible, where there can be constantly change going on. I am hosting a Valentine's event in a couple of weeks, and I figured out a way to do it where people are social distanced and they're safe. And we still don't know, right, if something might change in the rules, and all of a sudden, even maybe a few hours before, it's going to get canceled. The rules are going to change, right? All of that stuff can happen. And what I'm doing right now is I'm just showing you one last time the view from my balcony, because the big change for me right now is that I am moving. I'm going inside. It might not be as pretty of a background behind me as it used to be, but here we are. This is kind of what things look like, and you probably can relate if you remember the last time you moved, and you might relate with some of the other challenges and changes and things that are going on for you, right? All of that happens. And how are you going to stay calm? It's stressful to have change. It just automatically is stressful. And how are you going to keep yourself happy? So I wanted to share 3 tips that I use typically during this time. And you already eat, so it doesn't take much time to just choose what to eat from that list that is going to match that. So what we're looking at, if you imagine that the chaos and change, it's all this movement. And what is typically, not always, but typically still, it's the ground. So what we want to do is think about things that grow into the ground, like root vegetables, like potato, like carrot, like beets. And eating those foods is more grounding. That's the first tip. Second thing, speaking about the ground, what's also one of the calmer times of day? First thing in the morning. And what if you wake up and you could find some grassy area that's still wet with the dew from the night before, and you walk barefoot on the grass? Okay, maybe you don't have any grass. Maybe you walk barefoot on the ground outside. Maybe it's too cold, or maybe it's prickly. You walk with your shoes. You breathe the fresh air. Feel the ground underneath you. That takes a second. Huge impact for the feeling of being grounded. Number 3, it's more mindset related, and I think at first when I was approaching the move, I was like, okay, all I'm doing this month is that I'm moving. That is all that I'm focusing on, and I'm not going to do anything else. And if there's stress, if there's challenges, if there are things that aren't in full alignment with who I am, then I'm just going to let them sit until after this month because I can't deal with it. And then it just occurred to me, well, why don't I just allow myself to space out the time a little bit more that it takes to move, so that I am feeling the best that I can in every moment, so that the choices that I'm making in each moment are aligned with who I am, which means creating the space to say goodbye also during the process of things that aren't a match, and the space to deal with the grievances of that. And so I put a post on Sunday or Monday on Facebook because I did have one of these things that I let go of, that I was really, really sad to let go of. And I also had all these other amazing things going on, right? And it's not honest to just act like life is all perfect all the time, when it's not. That's not real. We can get sad about things that we're saying goodbye to, but I didn't want it to consume that much of my time as well. So here comes some of the planning things. Like, I was very, very clear about planning and being organized during this time, but getting support was another thing to help the mindset. So that, why does it have to be on my shoulders completely to recover from the situation? Why not get support from others as well? And thank you to many, many of you who reached out on Facebook and who have called me and who have come over and helped me with some of this moving process. So helpful during moving, regardless of any other challenges ever happening. So I talked about planning, and I talked about organizing your time and making sure that you have support. And the last thing is allowing space for fun. It's okay to make the moving process fun. So when my friends were over last night and they were helping me take the paintings down and take the pictures down, and I'm telling them all these cool stories from life or about cool plans that I have for the upcoming Valentine's event, and I was like, oh my God, I should focus on just the oh no, it's okay to have fun. And amazing how much we accomplished as well. So it really didn't take up much time, and it made things a lot more fun. But I will tell you this about fun and about your mindset, because I just did all these talks on energy. Your energy is going to be higher when you're happier, when you're less stressed. And what is the result of having higher energy? More productivity. So there you have it. Do some grounding, keep some fun and some sense of organization. And then reach out anytime that you need support with getting that calmness amidst chaos. Blessings and much love to you.